What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Love Coach Scott Katamas, and welcome to another edition of The Awakening World. It's Saturday night, and we've got a really fun show. It's all about SoulPlay. SoulPlay, which is my favorite festival of the year, and you're going to be hearing all about it and meeting the program director and some of the favorite teachers of SoulPlay, and also the idea of SoulPlay, how we can really have more play in our life, especially during these times that are challenging. So I want to welcome everybody. Welcome to all the people in our Zoom room. And I also want to welcome everybody watching on over 100 different Facebook groups and pages and YouTube. Thank you, Alan Steinfeld, for your YouTube channel. Thank you to Unify. So many people watch us on Unify and all the other Facebook groups and pages. I also want to thank those of you that watch the recording, watch the replay. We still love you, even if you're not with us live. Thanks for watching. For those of you that are watching on Facebook or YouTube, come on into our Zoom room. That way you can interact with us more easily. And we've got some really fun presenters. And our chat box in the Zoom room is usually pretty dynamic. There's a lot going on. So if you go to globalpeacetribe.com, globalpeacetribe.com, and you register, you're going to get the links to all of our Zoom rooms for Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday morning. And also you'll get notifications about special events that we're doing. And for anybody that's new, the Awakening World takes a topic and we explore it over the course of a weekend. We do a show on Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday morning. And so our themes really vary. Last week it was social and racial justice. Before that it was all about what it means to really be a mystic. Future shows are going to deal with Earth Day and the environment, the spring equinox, even transforming our relationship to death and dying. So do join us. We have a beautiful community that's growing and evolving, and we want you to be a part of it. And speaking of that beautiful community, I want to introduce to you who you're going to be meeting tonight, because we've got a really fun show. So it's all about SoulPlay. And the SoulPlay Festival was created by this wonderful woman, Holly Burlett, and her partner, Romy Elon. Those of you who were with us last night got a chance to meet Romy. Holly's the program director for SoulPlay Festival, and we're going to be hearing all about this amazing festival, this chance for us all to come together in person, physically. It's going to happen in June. Finally, we're together. I mean, I love online. I've done 400 online shows in the last 2 years, and we're all going to be together. Speaking of 400 online shows, 90 of those I did with this wonderful woman, Deborah Giusti. And of course, you remember her from Saturday Night Alive, my co-host, co-creator. And Deborah's with us today, and we're really happy. It's fun to have you back, Deborah. Welcome back. You're muted, but it's good to see you smiling. we have Evelina Rose with us. Evelina is a longtime friend of mine. I've known Evelina for decades. I'll just leave it at that. And she and I were both at the original SoulPlay. We come every year. She's coming to us now from her new home in Asheville, North Carolina. And wait till you hear her voice as she leads us on a beautiful meditation. Welcome, Evelina. Speaking of wonderful voices, we always have wonderful music, and Mystical Joyride is with us tonight. They are fantastic. I got so excited when I was listening to their sound when we did our sound check this afternoon. They're beautiful, their music is great, and they bring a truly mystical joyride to our event tonight. So, welcome. They're going to do a couple of songs for us. Another wonderful presenter that's going to be joining us is also somebody I've known for a long time. There she is, Nicole Kali Ma. And she's going to share with us about soul play, about the wonderful work that she's doing in the world. And we're really excited to have you with us. Welcome. Another wonderful musician that's going to be joining us. I just met him. We're going to get bloomed tonight. It's the Bloomerian, and he's going to share some of his electronica music, some of his regular music. He's going to play guitar and sing. And look at that smiling face. He's going to light us all up. We're all going to get bloomed tonight. And she just joined us after leading a week-long workshop. This is Lauren Arrow, and she's also a musical artist and a performer. And so she's going to share some music and also share a little bit about her work and what she's going to be doing for Soul Play. So it's a fun show, and I'm going to turn it back over to Holly, who's my co-pilot for the weekend. And it's great to have you with us. Holly, tell us a little bit about the Soul Play Festival.
Well, Soul Play is a 4-day journey into yourself with community. We bring authentic connection and just your realness. Whatever we put a program together. It's a workshop-based festival. And all the workshops are there to help you get more in touch with yourself so that you could connect more with those around you in truly authentic ways. And that's the basis of Soul Play.
Okay, great. Well, we're gonna show a video, but we're gonna bring on Bloomerian, and we always start with music to kind of get things going, and that's always, kind of our style here on Saturday nights. And Bloomerian is going to share with us a little bit about his music. Then we're going to actually watch a video. Now, truth in advertising, the video we're going to see was not recorded at Soul Play, but it's a very Soul Play-like event. And so it's a chance to kind of hear the kind of music he'll be playing at Soul Play. But first off, let me just ask you, what do the words Soul Play mean to you, Bloom?
Thanks, Scott. Yeah, I've been thinking about this, and for me, Soul Play really has to do with the expression of our soul coming onto planet Earth to experience what it means to be in a human form, to stretch the edges of our consciousness and get to experience the senses. And it's really to me, those words bring alive the opportunity to really let our soul express and be curious with interacting with life. So it's not just like doing the 9-to-5 grind, it's really exploring what's possible in human existence on planet Earth.
Beautiful, thank you. Well, and tell us when and where was this recorded, the video we're about to see?
Yeah, this was recorded about a week ago in Costa Rica at this beautiful place called Holos. Some of you on this call might know Ian Michael. He and a group of people started a place called Holos, which is really beautiful in the Diamante Valley, close to where Envision Festival happens. And they built this beautiful bamboo stage that's pretty new. So I got to DJ there, and a lot of people showed up because Envision Festival was canceled. So a lot of people were down in that area anyways and came to the set. And I got some video footage and put it to a song that I just created actually when I was in Costa Rica. So the song's not even finished. So it's a little sneak peek on what I'm working on.
Fantastic. All right. Well, let's all go to Costa Rica with Bloom. That video is really perfect because it does have a very similar vibe to SoulPlay. And boy, that didgeridoo, that was enormous. That was quite a didge. And I'm going to bring Holly on to share anything you want to share about Bloom, because I know you found him and know him. Why did you invite Bloom to SoulPlay? What excited you about him?
Yeah, Bloom has been, we've been in similar communities now for many years. We've both spent lots of time in Hawaii, and just his connection to earth and nature, it comes out in his songs and comes out in his music, and just the way he approaches life and the invitations he has through his music and through his work was just something I wanted to support and share with the SoulPlay audience.
Beautiful. Yeah, and Bloom, you're really involved in permaculture and eco-villages, and that's a very SoulPlay theme, very
Hmm.
holistic and sustainable. So, thank you for that work.
Definitely. Yeah.
To learn, by the way, Bloom's going to be back and he's going to play a song with guitar a little bit later in the show, fairly soon. But to learn more about Bloom, he's got a lot going on. And so he uses Linktree. You've seen Linktree on the show. A lot of our guests use it. It's linktr.ee/Bloomerian. He is the Bloomerian. And he's got a lot going on here. So if I go to the second one here, this is where we can get you music. And so you've got a lot of music I see available here in SoundCloud. Tell us a little bit about what you would suggest somebody might start with if they're exploring you for the first time.
Yeah, well, thanks. I have two music projects. So Bluminous is my singer-songwriter music, whereas Bloomerian, what we just watched the video of, is my electronic music, and that's the first link on the link tree. So I'd say to get a feel for it. I would actually suggest going to YouTube and searching these songs to find the music videos, because these first two songs both have music videos, and then you can get the full visual and the feel. And I have a few more songs coming out super soon from that project, Luminous.
Great. Well, thank you, Bloom. Thanks for getting us off to a good start, and we'll see you in a little while.
Thank you.
Okay. And Holly is going to introduce our next presenter.
Is our next presenter Evelina Rose?
It is.
Yay. I'm so excited to introduce everyone to Evelina Rose. She's been a part of SoulPlay Festival for many years. And as soon as we brought her on, we knew we wanted to have her again and again, because she just brings special magic and joy in everything she does. She shares radiant pujas during our events, and they are just so, she's able to get right to the heart and help people get right to their heart in beautiful ways. And so here is Evelina Rose. Thank you for being here, Evelina.
Thank you. You're so welcome. SoulPlay has been just an exquisite festival in my life. And I've been doing festivals for 40 years. And this is the best. Organized, the best. All the residential festivals, you hold us so beautifully in every way. And I was just reflecting on how it's like every need gets met. Food, comfort, swimming, walk away in the woods, time alone, time with people. The workshops are very rich, and yet I often don't get to the next one because I'm sitting in the center area having this deep conversation with someone about what we just learned or what we experienced. And I have conversations there that I never have anywhere else. And that's what I love. It serves my heart to drop in deeper than I have before and think new thoughts with each other and explore the mysteries of life. That's a lot of what I feel happens for me at SoulPlay, for many, many people. And I was thinking as you were introducing me, my first puja there, I was so nervous. I was so nervous because I had made this kind of promise that I could help people get acquainted with people and they would become friends out of strangers. And then I had 120 people show up in this space. And thank God, as someone was with me, was there from other festivals, and she told me, you've got to switch how you're doing this. You've got to do it as Milaram, not as the way you think you do pujas. And I pivoted on the spot, and it turned out beautifully. And people were coming and going, and it didn't matter. And they walked around the rest of the festival knowing so many people and feeling connected, which was why I spent so much time in the center area. People coming up, and it was lovely just to be an elder and offer my wisdom. So, and I think also I want to name that SoulPlay is a way of life. It's a way of recognizing we're more vast than we see ourselves being, and that when we open to these other levels of us, life is so much richer. I go through life with, I call them my friends in high places, beings that I channel and guides that I work with and angels that I give assignments to, go help so-and-so and go help so-and-so. And I think that SoulPlay is tapping into that, the richness of who we are as souls and who we are in the bigger context of the cosmos. Makes life more fun. So I believe I get to bring us in with a meditation and some world prayers. Is that right? So I want to invite everyone to take this moment to drop in and know that we get to serve that bigger picture. Gene Houston calls it Some things are soul-size affairs. And the prayers we need for the planet right now are soul-size. So if you'll just bring your whole consciousness to this moment and allow yourself to breathe, imagine that your light is spiraling down your core as you breathe. Follow it in, allow yourself to take up residence in the core of your body to arrive more and more in the heart of now, which is where all the power is. Imagine you can sink your grounding deeper into the earth, or maybe refresh your grounding. We change so rapidly now, it's good to refresh it every few days. So sending the old roots into the earth and allowing your new grounding to open roots deep into this precious planet of ours that offers us so many resources. Breathing in, letting go. The earth will absorb whatever's been toxic, just allowing what you don't need from where you've been to flush into the earth. And breathing out, and for a few moments, breathe up earth energy and breathe up your life force. Let it fill you. Let your body be nourished by whatever energies you want from the earth. Big full in-breath, big long out-breath with a sigh, resets the nervous system. And now imagine on your in-breath, your light is flowing in, light from the universe, lighting up your own internal light body. And so you can become, if you wish, your light body, your spiritual higher essence self. It's like you're turning on the light in every cell. And from this place of being in our light and grounded, we want to call upon the realms of light and all the councils of light and offer up these soul-sized prayers that say, right now, we call for divine intervention on this planet. We want a lot more soul and a lot more play and way less violence. And we'd like war to dissolve as a coping mechanism for our species. We want to let go of ownership, let go of those rulers, those leaders that think they own land or own people, and transmute it, realms of light, transmute it to honorship. That each leader honors the privilege that they have of leading, and they honor people, and they honor this earth. It may take a few million miracles, so there's a lot of us here, we'll call for a few million miracles. Whatever it takes to up-level the consciousness of the species that we're a part of. So on behalf of all humanity, all womanity, we call for divine intervention of a magnitude great enough to lift the consciousness of this species toward more harmony, toward more peace, toward more love, universal love, more acceptance. Great Mother Goddess, Father God, Divine Essence Creatrix, we know you created this planet with duality, but it's gone a little far. A little too much darkness, a little too deep evil, and we want that dissolved. So we link up with the prayers of light workers everywhere around the globe, the rituals, the activations for universal peace, and ask that that level of the darker energies, it's okay to have shadow, but that deep, deep darkness, that is anti-life, we want that dissolved from the consciousness of this species. We offer it up. You might use your hands. Imagine you lift it up out of yourself, offering it up on behalf of all beings. And we ask that radiant beings of light, guides and angels and archangels are activated by these prayers to create those serendipitous opportunities for advancement of the consciousness of all beings, that we may have what we most desire, to live on a planet of peace and harmony, of unity, unifying truth, unifying connection, lots of love, lots of play, lots of dancing, and all people being able to participate in the play and in the connection to the divine. All this we offer up on behalf of all beings upon this earth, to that which is the sacred, that which is the heart of Source itself. And we accept the light that emanates from that heart of Source, bathing the whole earth in scalar waves of grace, waves of light, and waves of forgiveness, waves of peace, encompassing the earth, encompassing us. Breathe it in. Let yourself be the light. Blessed be. Blessed be.
Let's just all stay with that energy for a minute. Thank you so much, Evelina. Thank you.
Very, very welcome.
You know, I appreciate how your prayer and your meditation helps to answer this question that Holly and I and a few others have been having, which is, how do we, in a world where there's so much suffering, and of course the war in Europe, I think, has shocked us all, and most of us are feeling it in powerful ways. And so it's like, okay, how can we be joyful? How can we play when there's all this suffering going on in the world? And you're helping to answer that question by reminding us to pray and to play. And I'd love to hear anything else that you have to say about that, or Holly, your response to what we just experienced.
To me, it's important to be a part of the solution. So I can get really in the grief of what's happening on the planet, but then there's one more person in grief. So sometimes I touch the grief and then I want to pray. And I want to call for the release of the grief. And I'm so consciously aware from 38 years of channeling, that the beings on the other side of the veil love working with us. And they have no agendas. So unless we invite them and invoke them for certain things we'd like, they don't have the permission to act. And so we give them that. And I feel that when I'm in my joy, I bring more joy to the planet. You know, everything kind of has this bell curve. And there's a lot of people that, you know, in terms of joy might be, you know, way on the opposite end. I understand. I have compassion. People in the middle, people who probably rarely feel joy. And then every bell curve has this point out here. And I want to be out here, and I want to be kind of pulling the whole species along a little bit toward more joy and more enlightenment and more activation of who we are as beings.
Oh, thank you. We need that kind of movement, Evelina. Absolutely. Yeah, thank you. Holly, what came up for you during her beautiful meditation?
Yeah, for me, just words are so powerful. Prayer is so powerful. Intention is so powerful. And one thing I'm learning more and more is that we're practicing something in every moment. So can we practice the joy? Can we bring more of this in our lives? Because at every moment we're practicing. So let's use those moments in good ways.
Beautiful. Well, I want to encourage everybody. There's some really wonderful opportunities to get more of the beauty and the harmony that Evelina Rose provides. So let's start by going to her website. And it's her name, evelinarose.com, EVALENA rose.com. So I want to encourage everybody right now, go to evelinarose.com. And I want to encourage you to get this beautiful chakra healing meditation. It's a beautiful gift. And you could hear her voice is just so healing and just so divine. We need that. And so you click where it says chakra healing meditation and see how quickly I was able to fill that out. And of course, I want to receive emails and know about other gifts and offerings. Whoops, that's what I want. And then you just download it, and there it is. It's going to be waiting for you. So I have a captcha thing going on. The other thing is that you've just created a new membership portal, the Hub of Alchemical Love. The Hub of Alchemical Love. I love the sound of that. Tell us a little bit about this new membership program you've started.
Thank you. This is my passion project. I thought I was probably heading to retirement, but this just keeps coming up, that so much what we need right now is community. And we need to be in community and sharing and connecting with other people in community. And so this membership will include 2 hours a month where I channel. I've been doing that. And Thursday when we channeled, we did about an hour and 20 minutes of prayers for the planet.
Wow.
People would offer something up like from ownership to honorship, and we make a big prayer out of it. And so we're really doing powerful work together. And then there'll be evenings or afternoons where people could come, Q&A, discussions. I have a mentorship program for people who are advanced practitioners and learning how to open to their next level. They're successful, but they're opening to another level. So they may come and do practicum, and people get to experience different workshops, maybe some of my workshops, and then hang out. And we'll just create breakout rooms if people want to offer something or get together with someone they've met. Because over these 2 years especially, I've created this global community, and I want to continue with it. And I've experienced being with people every few weeks or every few months from New Zealand that I may never meet in person. And we get to have that with each other. And then there'll be exclusive videos that I offer to it, and opportunities to have an archive of a whole lot of my work. There's already a lot free on my website, so you can taste it there. So I'm really excited. It's a little more commitment, but to me, what draws vibrant community is creating vibrant community. And
Beautiful.
so that's what I'm about.
Beautiful. I want to acknowledge our friends watching on Unify, because you're right, Evelina. We're connecting. I mean, definitely the pandemic was hard because we had to go from in-person connection to online connection. But in that online connection, we've made all these new friends, all the people that I get to be with every weekend on Global Peace Tribe. And one of the people, Unify, now carries all of our shows. And Unify has really made it so that we're international. And right now we've got people on Unify from New Zealand, the Philippines, Spain, Portugal. And Shanti Devi writes, she is definitely dancing in the air, talking about you. Robert Mackey writes, that was gorgeous. So you're getting some wonderful reviews from our friends at Unify. One more time, just everybody go to evelinarose.com, go to the membership, and join her program. There's a lot of beautiful things taking place. And I want to say it's important for us to support our artists and to support our wisdom keepers. And Evelina is the powerful wisdom keeper. And we don't live in a culture that supports wisdom keepers very well. by joining a monthly program like Patreon, which so many of our musical artists that you see on this show use. And now her new monthly program, where she knows she's got a monthly income. She's got income coming in, and that's really important. So, Evelina, thank you so much for being with us. I'm going to stay for one more moment because I'm going to bring on Deborah Giusti. And I'm imagining Deborah would love to say hello and a little something before we turn it over to her completely.
Yeah, I've been friends also with Evelina for many lifetimes. And she was my spiritual guide for probably 15 years. She's an incredible spiritual guide and teachers, works with all the masters, and is one of the highest level spiritual teachers that I know. So I honor to be on the show with you, Evelina, and all your work, and that you're not retiring.
I'm not.
Look, all three of us are in a similar age range, and none of us are retiring. It ain't happening. And Ayada, who's one of our regulars, wrote, Evelina's meditation was such sweet, nourishing energy. And it's great to see Deborah back. So thank you, Ayada. And yes, at the end of tonight's main show, you're asking about Ukraine. We are going to do prayers for peace for Ukraine. So definitely want everybody to know that. And I'm going to turn it over to Deborah Giusti, who is going to share with us some very important words.
Thank you. And it's so great to be here on Awakening World, and especially on the show that's honoring SoulPlay Festival. As you know, a lot of you know, I produced the Harmony Festival for 33 years, which was the second weekend of June. And it was a music, arts, health, ecology, and consciousness festival that took place in Northern California and Santa Rosa from 1978 to 2011. And at the end, it drew 30,000 people. And it was definitely a huge gathering for what I call beginning to bring forward the global peace tribe, gathering us there because everyone was there to share new consciousness that was emerging of the new paradigm at the times, and definitely a lot of community connection. So after Harmony Festival ended, I was so happy to attend SoulPlay on the same weekend that Harmony Festival was. And it continued on that same weekend because I found SoulPlay to carry the juicy essence of the Harmony Festival in terms of personal development, expanding into higher consciousness, creative fun, and the arts and dance, definitely deep interpersonal connection, and lots of love. And it took it to the next level. And definitely intergenerational, people of all ages there. So I can definitely say that SoulPlay is one of my favorite festivals attending now. And I want to honor the core producers, Romy and Holly, for hanging in there for the last 2 years. It hasn't been easy for festival producers, yet they go, and I know what it's like. You get the spirit mission in your belly, and spirit gives you so much energy, so much insight, so much downloads to birth it. It's like birthing a whole family. But it's not easy, especially during these times. So I want to honor you, Holly, for hanging in there and coming back. It's such healing light to bring back to our community again at a whole new level that we're at now. So really wonderful.
Thanks so much, Deborah.
Yeah, and I want to honor all the festival producers. They're all starting to come back yet now. I just put out an email on my Harmony Connects newsletter that had all the festivals coming back now in the next 3 to 4 to 5 months. So that's pretty exciting. So I really encourage you to check out the festival scene because it's been really great to be here and connect so much more deeply with people all over on Zoom. And there's been such collaboration. But when you connect in person, eye to eye, heart to heart, soul to soul, it's a whole other level of bonding. And it's really, really connecting with our soul tribe. So I invite you to check out all the festivals. But I'm here tonight to honor the Awakening World. As many of you know, Scott and I produced 90 shows of Saturday Night Live. It was highly successful, very amazing. But in December, it was important for me to take a break and work on some other projects. One just took place, which was the Deepak Chopra online book launch that happened last week. It was really great. You can actually get a replay of that. I'll share more about that later. But I'm here to honor Scott right now. His mission is to connect the Global Peace Tribe and be there for the Global Peace Tribe every single week, not just once a week like Saturday Night Alive, but 3 times a week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with deep, current, consciousness raising, heart opening programming. And he's really done that. And I want to really deeply honor him for that, for continuing on. And so, we don't have sponsors like we did with Saturday Night Live. And we don't have a huge staff like we used to with Saturday Night Live. It's a different thing. So we're really relying on the Global Peace Tribe community to help us move forward. And so I am reaching out to you now to give us some green love so that Scott can continue, and the people that are helping him and all the collaborators. He's got some incredible plans for the next season. And so I'm asking you to share some green love, whatever level, in our donation portal. We've got a donation portal that is tax deductible. It's supportgpt.com. And you can ping us $5, $50, $500. All of that is so helpful to Scott right now, because it's coming out of his pocket now. He's a crazy guy, but he is so committed to being there for you every single week. And he does such an excellent job that I'm here tonight to ask you to support him to do this next season, which he is committing to do. So I'm here to ask you to go to Global Peace Tribe. There's right on the screen there. And in our newsletters, we always have our donation portal there, or you can go to globalpeacetribe.com. And one other way that we've come up with that you can support is the Amazon Smile. So a lot of us do purchase from Amazon in various ways. And if you go through the Amazon Smile portal, especially with the link that we're going to post in the chat room now, then a little piece of what you spend goes to the Global Peace Tribe, which is a really easy way to do it, because I've hooked up to Amazon Smile. And every time I make a purchase now, it just automatically goes through there. So if you set it up on your computer or on your phone or however you do it, so it's a really good way to have some green love and green juju go to the Global Peace Tribe. And it's the Awakening World, and we're also going to do some additional special events. This is what we did last week with Deepak Chopra. It was amazing. It was launching his book, Abundance, The Inner Path to Wealth. And we got to have an hour and a half of his download of his secrets to wealth, which is way beyond just making money. It's wealth on all levels of life and a very spiritual transmission. So we're still offering the replay. You can get the replay free by just buying the book. And so we're posting that in the chat room, and it's on our newsletters and on the Global Peace Tribe website. So you can still get the replay just by purchasing the book that'll be delivered to your home. So, and we've got some other new special events coming up. So much love to you, Scott. You crazy guy, for continuing each week. It's hard for me to believe what he does, but he's a miracle man in a lot of ways. He's committed to be there for community and to continue this. And you do a really good job. I'm blown away, and I honor you, Scott.
Thank you, Deborah. I'm kind of speechless. That was very, very beautiful. So thank you very much. And thank you for being with us. And hopefully we'll be seeing more Deborah Giusti very, very soon. Thank you.
Yeah, I plan to jump in and help on this next season as well. You'll see.
Great. Thanks, Deborah. That was really beautiful. All right. Well, I think it's time for some more music. And to introduce a really fun musical artist, I'm turning it back over to Holly.
Who is it? Mystical Joyride next?
It is.
Okay, let me prepare you for the Mystical Joyride we are about to go on together. I was introduced to Mystical Joyride last year, and just hearing their music, I'm like, wow, this is really cool. And their lyrics are just so on point. But then when you meet them and see them in person, and I think it's going to come across the screen here, they are some of the most amazing people, and so creative and so cool and so inspiring. And I hope you love their music as much as I do. It's just amazing. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Greetings, humans, creatures, and non-corporeal beings. Travel with us to another dimension. Open your hearts and your minds. Welcome to the Joyride.
Come. Check it out.
Put your hands up, it's a joy revolution. Put your hands up, it's a joy revolution. Put your hands up, it's a joy revolution. Put your hands up. We gon' dance like no one is watching, laugh like no one can stop us, love like no one can hurt us. It's a revolution. We gon' dance like no one is watching, laugh like no one can stop us, love like no one can hurt us. It's a revolution of joy. Take the corners of your mouth, turn them up.
Turn them up.
Make a friend and take them to lunch. Make a buddy and take them to lunch. Money ain't a thing when you spend it on love.
Pour a hot tea, make the glass go clink. L'chaim, you know what I mean. So the good life no one can take away with reckless abandon. Yeah,
we gon' dance like no one is watching, laugh like no one can stop us, love like no one can hurt us. It's a revolution. We gon' dance like no one is watching, laugh like no one can stop us, love like no one can hurt us. It's a revolution of joy. Put your hands up, it's a joy revolution. Throw your hands up, it's a joy revolution. Throw your hands up, throw your hands up.
A good smile will make your soul vibrate.
Namaste in the world we create.
Spread love, this is how we do it.
Open up out the box, keep it fluid.
Shalom,
Shalom.
respect for the home.
Everywhere I go, I know that I'm not alone.
My peeps,
Come on,
we good.
let's go. Refine this kindness. Every day grow and dance. Like no one is watching, laugh. Like no one can stop us, love. Like no one can hurt us. It's a revolution. We gon' dance. Like no one is watching, laugh. Like no one can stop us, love. Like no one can hurt us. It's a revolution of joy. Of joy. Of joy.
Throw your hands up.
It's a joy revolution. Throw your hands up. It's a joy revolution. Throw your hands up. It's a joy revolution. Throw your hands up. Throw your hands up.
We gon' dance
like no one is watching, laugh like no one can stop us, love like no one can hurt us. It's a revolution. We gon' dance like no one is watching, laugh like no one can stop us, love like no one can hurt us. It's a revolution of joy. Of joy, of joy, of joy.
Come on. Hop, step, shake, slide, sing goodbyes from the left to the right. Smile, dance, let it go.
Let it shine bright from your heart, let it flow.
Hop, step, shake, slide, sing goodbyes from the left to the right. Smile, dance, let it flow.
It's a revolution of joy. Of joy. Of joy. Of joy. It's a revolution of joy.
Throw your hands up.
It's a joy revolution. Throw your hands up. It's a joy revolution. Throw your hands up. It's a joy revolution. Throw your hands up. Throw your hands up.
It's a revolution of joy.
Whoa. Now that is some serious soul play. Fantastic. You guys are great. I'm so glad to meet you, and I definitely hope you'll come back and be on the show again. Don't worry, they're going to be on one more time tonight. But you guys are perfect global peace tribers, and love your vibe. So, okay, tell us I mean, you just demonstrated what soul play is perfectly. But tell us a little bit more about either your experience at the festival or how you incorporate soul play in your life when you don't have the opportunity to necessarily be playing music. What comes up for you?
Yeah, I mean, the festival itself is just next level freedom. I mean, you can go to a level of freedom that you can't necessarily access in your everyday life. You can wear whatever you want to wear. I mean, I love being able to go around without my top on. I'm like, I want to do that in real life every day, but I can't because it's illegal. But at SoulPlay, I could, and I've just, that gave me so much life to be able to be myself in public, like as I want to be.
Yeah, and I mean, again, like you said, what we were just doing, the revolution of joy, it's in our daily life. I think, accessing joy can be an act of revolution. It can be, it can uplift yourself, somebody else. So we have a sense of humor, and we like to have fun. Life is not so serious all the time. Like, I think that having fun can uplift us all. So that's like we're chasing joy for
choosing joy.
Yeah.
And letting that magnify.
Beautiful. Yeah, you guys do that really, really well. Really well. I brought Holly back on in case she has anything she wants to add.
You are amazing. I love how y'all get me going. Your beats, your style, it's everything. I don't know. Anyone who y'all should follow them on Instagram because they put out some of the best little videos and they just make my heart smile and cheer me up every time I see them.
Yay!
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Find you on Instagram just by putting in Mystical Joyride?
Yep. Mystical Joyride.
All right. Well, and also you can follow them on the website, which is their name, mysticaljoyride.com. So you definitely want to come in. And you guys got some shows coming up. You're going to be at Lightning in a Bottle just before SoulPlay.
Yes. Yeah. And particularly, of course, very excited to play SoulPlay again. So
yeah.
We played this last year for the first time, and we got initiated into the vibe, which is the best.
Well, definitely, I'm looking forward to these upcoming shows you've got, and everybody sign up. Definitely, I'm doing that right now. Sign up so that you can, know what they're doing, and then you've got music available as well as information about the festivals. So, and I recognize that poster.
Yeah.
So thank you guys, and you're going to close our show out, so we're really, really excited about that. Yeah, thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right. Holly, what's up next? That's all right. You give it a nice little bass introduction there for Holly. That can be the Holly Burlette theme song on Awakening World Now.
Well, that really got my juices running.
Yeah.
Sorry, Scott, I don't have the agenda, so I don't know what's up next again. Can you tell me?
I would be happy to. It is Nicole Kalima.
Okay, great. So Nicole Kalima submitted an application this year. And as I was scrolling through the applications, I came across her submission and she just oozed SoulPlay all over. I'm so excited that she found us. I'm so excited to learn more about her community and her offerings. And I'm so excited she's bringing her gifts to our community. She's doing a workshop about healing the wounds of life. And the way she invites healing in her work, it's not in that way that she is the healer and she could heal you. It's definitely, we are our own healers and giving you the power to do that. Her work is very empowering, and I'm so glad to introduce her to you all tonight.
Thanks, Holly. It's so good to be here with SoulPlay. And I'll just say, I've been circling this community for a while, so it's just really beautiful to see familiar faces from all the paths that I've traveled coming into this space. I've been hiding out for the last 20 years, primarily in the Kundalini yoga world, and have been a teacher and a lead yoga teacher trainer in that world for about 20 years now. And I'm, after the pandemic and doing things online, Scott, I resonate with you. I taught 400 children this year online, plus my workshops, and retreats online. And I'm looking to get out there in a new way and embrace each other and the world in a whole new way. And so looking around, my community introduced me. They brought SoulPlay to my feet and said, this is something you need to look at, and put that application in my hand. So when we filled it out and got your welcoming response, I said, oh, this is just magic. We've been waiting to meet each other for a long, long time.
Beautiful. And what does soul play actually mean to you in your life? How do you create soul play in your life, Nicole?
Well, this is going to sound funny, I think, especially to our elders out there, but I am a longtime deadhead. Okay. And so I come from the old school, and fun and joy is key to our soul health. It really is. In the yogic understanding, it's said that we're not one-dimensional beings, we're multi-dimensional beings. And in fact, the closest experience to the soul is that of joy. And so you want a healthy life, keep joy close to your soul. And having that principle in my life as a deadhead, as a yogi, as a person of culture, I'm a cultural geographer by trade. That has really, I gotta say, saved my soul. And play will save all our souls when we can finally play together. No one gets in without having the heart of a child, they say. I think someone said that. Someone.
One of the themes we've been exploring this weekend is finding the balance of our genuine, sincere care for what's going on in the world. So much suffering, and there's obviously global suffering, climate change, the war in Europe. Who would have thought a war in Europe? Those words, that's like 75 years ago, World War II. Who would have thought war in Europe was going to be a thing, right? And then most of us are also connected to personal suffering. We all know people that are struggling financially or emotionally or with their health. So how do you balance that out in your world and in your practice of life?
Oh, Scott, that's such a good question. And that's going to lead us right into the work that I'm doing at SoulPlay. The first thing that after I wake up and give my 3 gratitudes every morning, the first thing that I ask myself and everyone that works with me in that day or shares time with me is, why are we here? Why am I here? Why are you here? Why are we here in this moment, in this lifetime, in this opportunity on this planet? And reminding myself of what I'm here for, why I'm here, and what I'd like to be different when I leave this place fills me with purpose and mission every day. Endless to-do lists of ways to serve. Every moment is an opportunity. And that brings me joy, feeling connected to the work we still have left to do. That includes bringing joy to every being on this planet, right? More joy, less war.
Beautiful.
Scott, I'll plug right here. It's already happened, but I just finished 6 months of performing live in the musical Hair.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at the Santa Rosa Playhouse. It was fantastic. And one of the things we said is black, white, yellow, red, copulate in a king size bed, right? What the hell are we fighting for? And I know there's more beings of peace and love and joy than there are of on what we think is the other side. It's time to bring us all home together.
Well, it's a pleasure to see. We, of course, met many, many years ago. A lot of old friends coming back together through SoulPlay. So it's great to see you and what you're doing. And Hair is I love, and listen, we're bringing in Grateful Dead, we're bringing in Hair. These are oldies but goodies, right? They last for a reason. There's a reason we're still going to see Hair. There's a reason we're still listening to Jerry Garcia.
And I'll plug that Evelina, beautiful, but bringing in the wisdom of our elders and weaving that wisdom into this moment That's the work that I do. I'm blessed to be connected with those elders. That's what I've done in my yoga community. And that's what draws me to Soul Play is that inclusivity of us all and the ability to bring that wisdom and carry it forward with grace. So I'm just a shout out, girlfriend. I see you.
Beautiful. Well, I want to encourage everybody to learn more about Kalima, also known as Nicole, and her website is Yoga with Nicole. And I love the catchphrase, inward and upward we grow. Absolutely. So you can learn more about her there, but we really want to hear about this new project that you've started, which you're calling Karmic Relief. So I'm going to go to that website real quickly. Tell us about what Karmic Relief is.
So Karmic Relief is my rebranding effort. It's at karmicrelief.us because I don't own the struggle. How many of us think we own the struggle, right? So many of us, yeah, I see you laughing out there, Mystical Joyride. I'm bringing you on board. You got all in Yoga Nicole behind you now. But this is turning the struggle into a practice. So in this rebranding effort, instead of going it alone, which we don't have to, and I've learned in my work that I don't want to. So I've brought my team of over 40 beautiful leaders, transformers, professional experts, medical experts, healers, masters on board to work with me in rebuilding the village. And we're doing that through 6-week online courses. And there will be jokes, right? So there's that little karmic relief in there. This is the positive way of healing and rebuilding the village, looking at spiritual and emotional health as the foundation of wellness, and really as the power of our connection to each other as the key to our healing.
Beautiful. While you're talking, I'm just showing what a team, when you mentioned 40 people, and look at these beautiful, beautiful souls that are all part of what you're doing.
We've got musicians. I invite you all on board. Yes, of course, we're just around the bend, but all these wonderful folks and transformation artists, professionals, doctors, nurses, right? You name it. And we're coming together to transform, because this next leader, someone said, comes in the form of a community, not an individual.
That's right.
Someone said these things.
Well, stick around, because we're going to take a look right now at one more time at the SoulPlay Festival, where everybody you're seeing tonight is coming on board. We're all going to be there together. I'm going to add Blue Marion too. And you can learn all about SoulPlay Festival by going to soulplay.co. Soulplay.co. And they've got wonderful presenters. Of course, I'll be there teaching. Wonderful musicians like you've heard tonight. And it's going to be really, really powerful. And one of the reasons I really wanted to do this on the Awakening World is it's been wonderful doing these online shows. And I'm going to continue to do online shows, at least through the end of June. But I'm so eager for in-person experiences, so eager for in-person events. And so that's why I'm really grateful that Holly and Romy and their beautiful team have created SoulPlay, which is my favorite festival of the year. And that's why I just really wanted to encourage her, because we've got a lot of people in the Bay Area that watch this show, but we've got people from all over the world. So now is the time to plan for it, buy your tickets, come to California before California completely burns up, and come to SoulPlay, second weekend of June.
Yeah, and I want to add something there, Scott. We decided last year to do an in-person festival, and we made that decision in the beginning of summer when we thought like things were getting better and we were on the other side of the pandemic, right before that wave of variants came. So we went into it full force, and then, life is so uncertain. We had no clue what we were in for, and it was not an easy year to produce an event, but we had so many people show up, and they were so thirsty and so ready. That saying that the harder it is, the more reward you get from it.
Yep.
Well, that is definitely what we felt last year. It was the most powerful, the most amazing soul play I have been to yet. And I have a feeling this year is going to be even better.
Yeah, it's going to be powerful. Well, thank you so much. I know you've got something else you got to get to tonight, but I'll see you tomorrow morning
Yeah, see you
for our
tomorrow
Sacred
morning.
Sunday show. So everybody wave goodbye to Holly and appreciation,
everyone.
Holly, for all that you do to
So
make this
lovely meeting
happen.
your community. Nice to meet the tribe. Have a good night.
Good night, Holly. And remember, it's spring forward. It's daylight savings time, so the clocks change tonight. So everybody who's coming on to the Sacred Sunday show tomorrow, just remember the clocks are going forward. Spring forward, fall back. That's how I always remember it. So change your clocks or be aware. Most of us have cell phones now that automatically change it for us. So grateful for that. All right. I want to kind of take a breath and acknowledge that kind of what we were just talking about. It has been a tough 2 years, and it's been almost exactly 2 years now since the pandemic began. It was March of 2020, and originally what was going to happen, I do a lot of fundraising events, live fundraising events, and Deborah Giusti and I were going to do a fundraising event for our friend Fantuzzi. The pandemic happened. All of a sudden, we all had to kind of stay home, and we turned it into an online event. And that online event became Saturday Night Alive. I'm noticing in the chat box, somebody saying, "What? No more Global Peace Tribe after June?" No, I'll continue to do online shows. I don't know if I'll do 3 a week. We do need to bring in some more money to make it work, because right now I'm paying for it out of my pocket, and I'm not rich. But I do want to continue to build our tribe. And I'm hoping that we're going to start doing some in-person events. And so the SoulPlay Festival in June is going to be the first in-person opportunity for a lot of us to come together. And I am looking at collaborating with other organizations to create a couple of online or a couple of in-person retreats. One in Asheville, North Carolina, one here in the Bay Area. So I do want to kind of mix it out, because I recognize that once we can really go out again, not that many people are going to be home on the weekends. They're going to be out and about. And so I recognize that. So your feedback, your input is important. So let me know what you want to create. Let me know what shows you want to see on the Awakening World, what topics, who are some of the speakers, who are some of the presenters. This is really important. We are entering a new chapter of our life. We're entering the spring. And so next weekend on the Awakening World, it is, of course, spring equinox. And it's also, in my reality, and I've been working a lot with the Twin Ray. You've seen Shakina Ma and Sanandaji on my show. And we've all been talking about how it's not only the start of a new season, but it really is, as the pandemic time is diminishing and changing, it's the start of a new chapter for humanity. And so we want next weekend to really launch the spring equinox and launch all of us as a collective Global Peace Tribe, and also as individuals, to have the most successful, the most abundant spring possible. And so with that, I want to share with you, this is hot off the press, a video that kind of celebrates our spring and what we're going to be doing with the Awakening World. So let's take a look at it together.
Well, it's been almost exactly 2 years, and finally, the pandemic is dissipating. We made our choices, we learned our lessons, and it's a new dawn. The spring equinox is coming, and it's a new season for the year 2022, and a new time for all of us to embrace new life, new opportunities, new abundance. And while we balance our care and genuine prayer for peace in the awareness of a world that still includes unthinkable tragedy and sorrow and even war, we also are grateful for how blessed we are. And so let us use this spring of 2022 to take everything that we've learned, clear the past, and move forward in gratitude for the freedom that we have, for the blessings of our lives, for the opportunity to come together again in community, online, and yes, in person. We are all part of the awakening world, and we all have the roles that we're playing as individuals and collectively. We are the imaginal cells finding each other to create a beautiful, incredible butterfly out of the old paradigm. So welcome to spring of 2022. Welcome to the awakening world.
We come from the same source, a powerful love force. We're coming together, stronger than ever, not divided. We come from the same source, a powerful love force. We're coming together, hear the call, you are invited. We come from the same source, a powerful love force.
So that is kind of the vision for our spring, and really want to invite all of you to be part of that vision, to be part of the awakening world. So please put the word out there. And hey, I think Dr. and Mrs. Future are with us. They are. I'm putting the spotlight, adding them to the spotlight. This is who created that video you just saw.
Can you hear us?
We can hear you. There
Hi.
you are.
Yay.
Hey, great job, you guys. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's always such a prayer to help our community keep our hearts focused on the highest.
The imaginal cells that we are.
Yeah, thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. And, you
Yeah.
know, tell people a little bit about the Dr. and Mrs. Future show, because I know that a lot of our Bay Area people can listen in or watch or connect. Tell them a little bit about what you guys do.
Well, it's a talk radio show on KSCO. It reaches Monterey Bay and San Jose area. We talk to drive time traffic about the future, and it's talk radio, mainstream media. So we're talking about all the things that are on the public's mind these days, and naturally, we take a futuristic point of view. We look at where we can go with these things, like what is a good outcome for this war? What's this deeper significance of what's going on in the Ukraine and Russia? How can we transcend that? How can we take the lessons of life that we know and apply them?
And of course, we always try and keep the focus on non-censorship and free speech and love of liberty and love of community and being kind and being dedicated to peace. And, we do the best that we can with a public media channel to keep our community in a heartful place with each other. So,
yeah.
And how can people find it? Can you put that into the chat box?
Yes, we'll do that. You can just search for Dr. Future. You'll find me.
Yeah, Dr.
Yeah.
Future. Google will bring up Dr. Future's website, which is drfutureshow.com. And we're also on iTunes. We're also on KSCO Radio.
KSCO.com.
Yes, and there's a downloadable app for the live show on KSCO Radio.
Great. Well,
yeah, thank you. And,
love you guys.
It's great working with you, Scott. We've, for those who don't know, we've known Scott for many years and have done a lot of evolution together over the years.
Yeah.
It's been remarkable.
Yeah, we've been doing TV and video projects together for 30 years.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Good News Channel.
Yeah. New Earth News. New Earth News.
New Earth News. That's right.
Yeah, that's
All
a
right.
media tribe.
Love you guys.
Love you too,
Thank
Scott.
you.
What a beautiful tribe we all are part of. All right, so I want to really encourage you all to come next weekend
That's fine.
because next weekend we've got really kicking off the spring. On Friday night, you're going to meet a lot of the members of the Evolutionary Leaders Network and learn all about a new synergy circle, all dedicated to unification and peace. And then on Saturday night, I'm bringing back the Twin Ray, Shakina Ma and Sananda Ji. And for those of you who know them, you know that they are the real deal. They are a very high vibration couple that are extremely wise. I have so much respect for them. And so they're going to come back and give a real download of what this spring means from an astrological point of view, from an energetic point of view, and what we can do to have the most maximum abundance of love and all forms of energy during this spring. It's going to be very, very, very powerful. And then on my Sacred Sunday show, Larissa Stowe, whom I adore, Chief Philip Scott, and several others are going to come on as we're going to really talk about what we can do. And then we're wrapping up next weekend with a special event. Eden Amadora and I are going to lead a personal event. We're limiting it to 30 people, and there are a few tickets left. It's a Zoom meeting format, but we want to work with each of you to really hold the vision for what each of you want to experience in the spring. And so it's going to be a real, we're calling it Springing Forward into Love. And of course, it's all about doing everything with love. But please come and join us, especially our most loyal global peace tribers, because it's going to be a very intimate experience and a chance, Zoom meeting style, so we all can see each other, to really empower each other as we move forward so that spring of 2022 is abundant for us all, successful for us all. So please do join us. Debbie Johnston is putting the link into the chat box of how you can register. So please do join us. And I want to thank Debbie Johnston. I'm going to put the spotlight on you, Debbie, so get ready for your 15 seconds of fame. This is Debbie, who does all the links. She puts all the links into the chat box for us. So thank you, Debbie, for doing that. Thank you so much. All right. I think it's time for some more music. And so Bloom is he's back. And this time we get to, it was fun seeing the video, but we get to hear Bloom live with his guitar. So welcome back, Bloom.
Thank you, Scott. Thanks, everyone. And thanks, Mystical Joyride, for your music. That was amazing. I'm excited to catch y'all at SoulPlay. So at SoulPlay, I'm going to be doing both a DJ set, silent disco in the headphones, and a singer-songwriter set around the fire. So here's just an example of one of my more recent songs that came through. We're just here to remember. Remember what we came here for. When your heart's feeling tender, there's a message at its core. And you can go deeper than you've ever gone before. In your soul is the answer. It's been knocking at your door. I'm just on my way back to the wellspring, back to the wellspring. I'm just on my way back to the wellspring, the source of everything. Everything is changing, always rearranging. I will find my center so that love can enter the palace of the sacred one, a planet spinning around the sun. The miracle of life's begun, just so we could remember, just so we could remember, just so we could remember. We're just here to remember. Whoa. Remember what we came here for. When your heart's feeling tender, whoa, whoa, there's a message at its core. And you can go deeper, whoa, than you've ever gone before. And your soul is the answer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's been knocking at your door. Let spirit enter back to the center. Let spirit enter back to the center. Back to the center. Let spirit enter back to the center. Let spirit enter back to the center. Back to the center. All that I've been seeking has been seeking me. Now my arms are reaching towards infinity. Every tribulation has been teaching me how to stand up strong in spite of this adversity. I'm climbing up the mountain, but not to reach the top. I'm only searching for love that will never stop. This love that never stops. 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 I'll be the lighthouse helping you to come back to the shore. I'll be the beacon beckoning you back to love's open door. I'll be the anchor that helps you to land wherever you roam. I'll be the arms that welcome you back home. Oh, welcome home. Yeah, yeah. We're just here to remember. Oh, remember what we came here for. When your heart's feeling tender, there's a message at its core. And you can go deeper than you've ever gone before. In your soul is the answer. It's been knocking at your door. Thanks, everybody.
That was really, really fun. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. And a reminder, as you're looking at this beautiful smiling face, that you can get more of Blue Marion by going to his link tree. And I'm pulling it up one more time. We're going to take a look at a couple things. So you go to Linktree, and it's important to all get into the habit of using Linktree, and it's Bloom Urian. Bloom, Urian, Bloomerian. And he's got a lot going on there. And one of the things that he kind of referenced to me is, where was it that you wanted me to go to?
Oh, I moved it back. I moved it to the top. So now to
Ah, that's why I'm not
yeah.
finding it. Luminous. There we go. So go to Luminous, and that's where you can again open that in SoundCloud, and there's some awesome, beautiful things happening there. Thank you so much for being with us, and looking forward to seeing you at SoulPlay, and looking forward to hopefully having you on the show again.
Thanks. Thanks so much, Scott. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, take care. Thanks a lot. All right. Well, we're in the kind of the home stretch. A reminder that we're going to have one more presenter, and then Mystical Journeys coming back. And then we're going to close out with a prayer for peace. And I want to invite any of our presenters, if you want to stay on and help lead a prayer for peace for what's going on in our world. Would love to have you do that. I know it's for you, Evelina, it's East Coast time, but if you're in the mood to stay with us, that would be awesome. I'd love for you to lead a prayer. And no pressure to do so, but I just want to put that out there. And we are going to have John Martin playing some beautiful acoustic music with us for a brief after show, really dropping into prayer for peace. All right, our last presenter that I get to introduce is Lauren Arrow. And she was teaching an all-day workshop today and came flying back to join us. So thank you, Lauren. I sure appreciate that.
Yeah, totally. It's good to be here. Thanks, Scott. And thanks, everyone. That music was beautiful. Bloom and Mystical Joyride. Whoo! What? Super fun.
Well, and Lauren, for anybody who doesn't know, is a musical artist and a performer and a vocal guide. And I love your honesty that you talk about how you had to overcome vocal shame, and now you help folks to feel safely in their full expression, teaching classes, workshops, retreats, and of course, you're going to be a featured presenter at SoulPlay. So tell us a little bit about what SoulPlay means to you, both the festival and just the concept of SoulPlay.
SoulPlay. SoulPlay. I mean, it's like one of those like that's SoulPlay to me. It's I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like everybody said it. Like it's fucking love. Can I swear? Is that okay? It's joy, it's depth. There's like a lot of crying. I cried so much last SoulPlay. Connection, looking at shadow shit, like it's just everything. It's just like I feel like it's an unpackaging of ourselves. And I don't know your name, but Mystical Joyride, you said it was like you said something really brilliant. Well, you said the part about taking your top off, but there's something about like it allows you to connect to pieces of yourself that you don't really always have access to in like regular world. It's a really fine-tuned container for like just like it's like bearing open yourself and just letting yourself be fully who the fuck you want to be, and like letting your freak flag fly and just being that and being with people who are going to love you for it. So that's why I like SoulPlay.
So we've learned that you can be topless and you can curse when you're at SoulPlay.
Oh, you can be more than topless. Like you can be everything less. Like there's like the pool area where it's like be naked, like do you, and then the rest is topless. I mean, it's beautiful. And the other thing I really, really love about it is that it's a sober environment. So there's no psychedelics, there's no drugs, there's no, extra, journeys, which I think is beautiful, like in the right context for sure. But this is like, it's just human. It's just human and each other and community and like the dirt and the earth and heart connections. So yeah, that's one of my favorite things about SoulPlay.
Thank you for mentioning that, because it is true that people can be naked, but it's not a predatory environment at all. And there's
No,
such safety
and
there.
And if that happens, because we're fucking humans, that shit comes up. Like there are so many safe places to go and there's people to talk to. There's like, what do they call them? It's the soul support. Like if something happens, there's like very much a come talk and let's like remedy these issues. And if, because you never really know with festivals like this, like stuff can happen, but they're so on top of it. I always feel like consent is like the top of the ladder here,
Yeah.
and everybody really dives into that.
Well, Lauren, instead of performing for us live, because you're dealing with a little something,
I owied my hand, so
How
I've
would
got a
you-
video for you.
tell us about the video we're about to watch.
I wrote it for Earth Day a couple years ago. It was part of my I was at the beginning of COVID, I was writing COVID-19 the musical. I was very inspired at the beginning of COVID. I was like, oh, everything's changing, everything's shifting, and it has. But there was this high energy, and then it kind of like dragged me down into the kind of the suffering of the world in a way. I think a lot of us kind of came to that place. But this was right before it dove down. And this song is called Lover Earth, and it's just it's a love song to the earth.
Great. Looking forward to it. Here we go.
I would like to date you. I would like to be your lover, even though they call you mother. Lover Earth. I would like to court you, go on hikes and bring you picnics. You'll see we're really not so different. Lover Earth. 'Cause I've got a secret. Well, I've been in love with you, and it took me a while to sing it. Will you be my lover too? Feel the sun on my face, feel the ground below my body. Whoever said you weren't a hottie, lover. Your cycles are so flawless, a constant flow of death and fornicating. You're a dirty bitch but so well-meaning, lover. 'Cause I've got a secret. Well, I've been in love with you, and it took me a while to sing it. Will you be my lover too? Your cycles are so flawless, a constant flow of death and fornicating. You're a dirty bitch but so well-meaning, lover. And I love you till I turn to dirt, lover.
That was so fun. It was all great, but the cows.
The cows are everyone's favorite.
Yeah, no, you nailed it with the cows. I don't know how you did that. It was really, really fun.
Thanks.
Wow. Well, everybody, we all get to experience Lauren Arrow by coming to SoulPlay. But if you want some of her between now and then, go to her website. It's laurenarrow.com. laurenarrow.com. And is there anything on the website you want to
the main this is actually my music website that I don't use that much, but the Process Sing, if you click on that, that's my main website, and that yeah, you want to click on that.
Here, there we go.
That goes to like my main page, and you can learn about groups, and I've got a 3-day equinox retreat coming up next weekend, and yeah, if you want to learn how to sing and like help heal some shame around your voice and write music and all that good stuff, yeah, come talk to me.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. It's really a joy to meet you. We hadn't met before, so it's really, really wonderful to meet you. And
Yeah, thanks for having me here, Scott
thank
and
you for all your
Fred.
wonderful energy. All right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to hear from Mystical Joyride, and then we'll transition and we'll close out because the music is so upbeat. And then we'll transition into some prayers for peace and soft music with John Martin. So I think we all fell in love with Mystical Joyride today. You guys are just so much fun. So, what do you got for us for our closing song?
Well, we're going to start by taking a couple deep breaths all together, would you? In and out. Again, in and out. Sending out energy and vibes throughout the universe. Peace and love. This song is called All One.
We're here, we soar, we fly, we don't give fucks about who we are. I'm in you and you and me, let's let our ego die. I'm the dust and you're the smoke, we're both the air, the fire and earth. Oh, all we speak in light and energy. Swim through stars and galaxies. And all together we're just learning how to love. Way up here we soar, we fly, we don't give fucks about who we are. I'm in you and you and me, let's let our ego let your ego die. Let your ego die. Go ahead, let your ego die. Woo-hoo, let your ego die. Let your ego die. Go ahead, let your ego die. Let your ego die. All one. All one. All one.
Y'all can sing along. Sing along wherever you're at. We're all one, y'all.
It's all Twinkle, the Mystical Joyride. What a fantastic group they are. Just a fabulous musical artists. Just fantastic. God bless you. Mm, mm, wow. I hope you're feeling all that love. Oh, there's a lot of love for you guys tonight. Hey, everybody, again, go to the website right now. It's the name mysticaljoyride.com. Go right back down and sign up so that they've got your name, they've got your email address, just like I'm doing right now, and register so that you can find out about their music, their upcoming festival events, and of course, meeting them at SoulPlay.
Yes, we're
And
excited for that.
oh yeah, well, I look forward to meeting you in person, and God's blessings to you both. You really have just been fantastic tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Uh, so as we kind of wind down, I want to just again one more time take people to the Soul Play Festival website, and a reminder to use the special code Awakening World. You're going to get $50 off the tickets. I'll just put that promo code in, and it's June 9th to the 12th, and it's close to me. It's about 35-40 minute drive from where I live. And I really want to meet all of our Global Peace Tribe friends at the Soul Play Festival. So you can learn more by going to soulplay.co. Soulplay.co. So let's all take a breath. I'm really grateful for all of you that are still with us. And I see that Evelina is still with us. I'm going to actually go to gallery view. And welcome to everybody that's still with us live. And I do want to acknowledge that there is so much suffering in our world. And we are the Global Peace Tribe. We're here to bring peace to our world. And Evelina, I'm wondering, would you be willing to lead a prayer for peace for us?
So once again, feeling your heart, core of your body, and imagine that whatever your energy's been engaged in, you're letting it go right now to join the solution of bringing about peace among our people. We think of peace on the planet, it's really the species that needs the work. So I pray for all members of this species on planet Earth and all of our creatures, that new consciousness evolves, that all the work that each of us contributes is helping to bring about that new consciousness. So Great Mother Goddess, Father God, Creatrix, Great Spirit, by whatever name anyone speaks of you, we invoke the highest, brightest, clearest, most radiant energy of the councils of light. And we ask that all the councils of light, planetary wide, and in this cosmos, focus on planet Earth. We're ready to make a big transition to a higher state of consciousness. And we know that our planet Gaia also has planetary guides. There are other planetary beings assisting. We're asking that the consciousness of this entire system, this entire Earth nature beings shifts to where there's more honoring and more treasuring of people. That we let go of greed. Oh, Goddess, beings of radiant light, everyone call in the ones you know. Please dissolve greed. Dissolve the way that greed has driven so much violence on this planet. Dissolve that dominance and control. We've been there, we've done it, we've learned enough, we're ready to move to higher states of consciousness. And now we want planet-wide harmony, unifying truth. We want the divisiveness dissolved and the huge polarity between darkness and light, between good and evil that's just gotten bigger. Okay, we've been to the extreme and now we come back more toward the middle road where we're able to operate from a place of caring for our fellow human, caring for all manner of people, all preferences, all races, all aspects of this human nature, that we're up-leveled, moved to higher states of accessing our light and accessing joy. On behalf of SoulPlay and all that it represents, we ask the divinity that is here with us and always available to help us learn how to move into the places within our souls that know how to play and how to live that bigger life, how to be examples of love and consciousness and honoring and truth in all that we do. And so individually, we offer up anything in ourselves that is less than living from our highest, most authentic self as messengers of the light. And collectively, we offer up on behalf of humanity and womanity, all beings on this planet. We offer up all the patterns of dysfunctionality and give them to the divine mothers, to Kali, to all the wrathful Dakinis. It's time to eradicate and dissolve those dysfunctional patterns. And may trauma be healed. May we find more and more ways to extricate our essence and our soul essence from trauma and live in love, live in light, live in joy, and bring others into it as well, so that we become joy seekers and joy lovers, that we bring from the mysteries, the secrets to happiness and peace. May it be so. We offer this on behalf of all beings. We ask it influence how leaders lead this world, so there's more consciousness of caring for people, nurturing people, leading them to their highest good. Please receive our prayers and implement them, adjust and adapt them to the highest possible expression. And we thank you, realms of light. We thank you, beings of light, for all that you offer and give to us. And we say, get busy, implement these prayers for peace and harmony and love, reciprocity, collaboration, cooperation, worldwide. May it be so, and so it is. Blessed be.
Thank you, Evelina, so much for staying with us late. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for being with us. And always a reminder to please share this out with your friends. This is a wonderful way to, get the word out about our show. So please do share the video out. And you can also find all of our videos, all of our shows at the Global Peace Tribe YouTube channel. We have a really beautiful YouTube channel with lots of playlists and the different shows and different segments. Again, thank you to all of our presenters. And I'm going to put the spotlight on a beautiful, beautiful man. This is John Martin. And our regulars know John. He comes frequently. And John has a very special relationship to our star family. And John, would you be willing to close us out with some of your beautiful acoustic music, please?
I would love to, Scott.
Thursday, I had over 40 of the energy intelligences come outside, and it was magnificent. And it's an honor to be here, and such beautiful, beautiful energies and lovely music. It's a pleasure to be here. So I'm just going to do a meditation for you.
Thank you, John. Oh, John, I love you.
Love you, Scott.
I'm going to read what Ayada wrote. Ayada just wrote, John's music is always so tender and poignant. What a lovely ending to this gathering tonight. May we all hold the energy of peace in our hearts and send it forward into the world. And Ayada, you said it perfectly about John's music and about what we really want to do. And God bless Moses, who comes on a regular basis. He puts it, love, 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 namaste. And yes, Moses writes, perfect ending to a wonderful evening. Thank you, John. Thank you, Moses, Ayada, all of our friends. I'll go to gallery view one last time. Thank you, everybody who's still with us. God's blessings. Tomorrow morning, put your clocks for 1 hour, 10 o'clock Pacific time, Sacred Sunday show. I've got two really wonderful guests. Plus, Holly is coming back. You're going to meet Tarika Blackman and Odessa Perez, powerful women. And we're going to go deep tomorrow on the Sacred Sunday show. So join us then. Have a beautiful evening, everybody. God's blessings, and thank you so much.